I just want to start real quick and say a thank you to Mr. and Mrs. McGrath, Mr. and Mrs. Wilkins, to not only everything you've been doing this weekend, but all the support leading up to this day. I don't really want to speak for everyone in here, but I think it's a pretty cool night. For those of you who don't know me, you should. I'm a really nice guy, very friendly, good with kids. I'll be sitting right up here. Come say hi. Brian and I have been best friends since second grade, and as Mr. McGrath pointed out yesterday, I didn't really like Brian in first grade. I was kind of a goody two-shoes. We've since moved past it. But having known each other for so long, obviously there's lots of memories and stories that could have been shared today, and I was going through all these different memories, and there's one that just kept standing out to me. Which, if I'm being honest with y'all, it's kind of a boring story, but if you'll indulge me. Sixth grade. For those of you who knew Brian and I at this time, you know that this was the prime of our lives. Each day was a gift, each moment better than the last. And now, despite that, there were some difficulties. You see, Brian and I had some injuries we were dealing with. I had a detached retina in my eye, and Brian was coming off of a hip surgery. So, because even though we were only in sixth grade, apparently we both turned 80 that year. So naturally, we're a bit more confined to the indoors than we otherwise would be on such a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we passed the time on this day in the McGrath the basement. And for those of you who know, I'm talking about the old basement before it was like beautiful and finished like it is now. So that's the basement of our childhood. But down there, Brian and I played Mario Kart Double Dash. We turned the treadmill up as high as it would go and shot stuff off the bag. And when he wasn't looking, I found about $3 in spare change on me. But eventually we stumbled upon this deck of cards, like an unopened deck of cards that was, essentially all the cards had like conversation starters on them. Prompts like, you find a wallet full of money on the ground, what do you do? Or describe your dream vacation. So two 12-year-old boys obviously busted that bad boy open. And proceeded to pick a card, discuss, move on to the next one. And as the hours passed, we made our way through the majority of that deck, sharing stories, telling jokes, learned a little bit about life. And so there we were, two pudgy 80-year-old sixth graders on a beautiful sunny afternoon on the prime of our lives, just talking. And that's really all there is to that story. But I think the fact that story still sticks in my memory after, 16 years, says something pretty special about our friend Brian here. Is Brian's got this great ability to make like every moment fun and exciting, you know? So just about being like himself, being fun and clever and creative, and a little bit goofy. He made that pretty uneventful day into a story worth sharing and displaying. I got it. Don't worry. I got it. So it's only fitting someone as wonderful as Brian meets someone as wonderful as Gail. And just to address the elephant in the room real quickly, everyone's wondering, why is he calling her Gail? I don't think she likes being called Gail. I much think she prefers Abigail. When they first started dating, Brian told us his new girlfriend's name is Abigail, but she doesn't like to be called Abby, so we thought, no problem, Gail it is. And I remember the first time meeting Abigail in real life and thinking, almost immediately upon meeting her, this girl is McGrath already, so she doesn't know it. And I was thinking about why maybe that is, and I think it's Gail and the McGrath family both have this great balance of elegance and class and dignity, while at the same time being super down to earth. You know, the kind of people you have sampled the finest gelatos of Europe with, and also solve some of the world's problems around a bonfire down the street. And a quick story is one of the first times I noticed this trait in Abigail. This was before she had met any of us in real life. She received the following message on Facebook. Gail, might I just say, congratulations on your forthcoming relationship featuring Brian, the Flying Lion McGrath. I've known this gentleman for quite some time now, and I'm confident that you'll appreciate his company. Treat him well, and know that he likes long walks on the beach and to be scratched behind the ears. His leg will start kicking about. It's absolutely adorable. I also look forward to meeting you and watching as our friendship flourishes into an unstoppable force strong enough to pillage small towns. Yours truly, Champion McBicep. Now, that might be a strange message to receive from a senseless stranger. And some might call it off-putting, some might call it jarring. Some might years later think, Sean, it wasn't funny enough to send, you shouldn't have done it. But not Gail. She handled it with perfect balance, like a McGrath would. And she so gracefully and appropriately did not respond. Brian and Gail, you guys are the best couple I know. I'm sure everybody in here has got their own stories of how you've shaped their lives. I personally appreciate the role you guys played in my life up to this point, and I look forward to many years growing old together. So if we may raise a glass,
Oh my gosh.
you know there's no better day. I got it. To watch your best friend of your whole life find a best friend for the rest of his.
Oh, cute.